Kieran?
Very chemist, Mark.
What's the story?
It's just for the election Thursday, so
What's your position on the mining?
well, it's already clear. We're against this. We got flagged the other day because somebody's husband worked for it and says we're used against it, and I says, well, that's where it's at, you know. So our position has been, you know, especially the cyanide, we was far back as 2018, we were against. We passed it our days.
So this here is 2014 white paper.
That's come
You
from
aware of that?
that came from Westminster.
Alex Maskey's on it.
And Maskey's in that one.
Uh-huh.
I can't understand why he was not there. So they no ministerial position.
And this here, no.
Unless he was a consultee, was he? As a.
I've seen this here in the paper, in the Tyrone Herald. Not there. Now, the man that you're going to bout with here, Callahan, is it Callahan? Mallahan. He has rejected it, okay?
Right.
It's a nuclear waste plant, which we were about the doors last year with Pat Hockey, and we were being called conspiracy theorists.
Well, look, in terms of nuclear waste, that white paper was to do with.
There it is, there, 2014.
That's the white paper was actually to do with Britain as well. Like,
so
obviously, Britain generates nuclear waste, and that's they need somewhere to waste it. But
so on the
a lot of the waste stuff here was to do with other, like mining waste and all that other stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So on the same day, the 17th of the 4th, 2023, this came out, the British Geological Survey, and it says areas of mid-county Tyrone, Northern Ireland. These are places which critical raw materials in the UK can be held. Our report identifies parts of the UK as geological critical criteria have met and therefore have potential for deposits to occur. There are no guarantees, full stop. Two full stops. Then it says the report focuses on geological evidence and does not consider potential constraints.
So when I seen when I
the development, for example,
I glanced over that white paper, and what I seen was it was to do with.
But this year was only out there the other day, 17th to the 4th, 2023.
But the ones I had seen that white paper you're talking about, you're alluding to, is about critical waste, regardless where it's at.
So there's all.
But it's saying in terms of nuclear waste.
But this year's saying developments.
They would have to consult with Stormont on that. There's no way that they would be able to.
But your Stormont's not sitting.
I know, but they're still even.
Sadly, you're just sitting ducks. At the end of this month, the civil servants are going in, and they have full legislation instead of direct rule.
That's the danger. Obviously. That's
the danger. So what is Sinn Féin doing about
this?
We're
looking to get back into Stormont.
So you're expecting the DUP to go back in use? Well, they're not going to.
I think they have to.
They're not going to.
Come on,
the country's falling apart at the minute.
I'll tell you something.
They've stopped times for children.
Something I just heard. You talk about the DUP there. Jeffrey Donnelly's party down the end of the street there.
What's your constitutional position? Because there's the original constitution of this land. The original, which was enacted, this is the original 63 articles. There's the draft of it, right? There's your position in 1940, Sinn Féin, written in Clo Gaelic, 1940 on partition in this island. There's the first sovereign dollar in 1919. There's the Declaration of Independence here, and we're being laid down the garden path by political parties in the north and the south.
In terms,
we've got open borders. You're calling yourself Irish nationalists. Well, what has Irish national got to do with open borders?
In terms of the constitutional stuff,
I was Sinn Féin supporter all my life, Kieran. You know that.
The Bundock na Hearn is obviously the constitutional part is that we have.
You're looking to remove the woman from it and replace it from. That's what Michelle and all are saying.
No.
They're looking to remove the woman in the next referendum. Article 41.2. In particular, the state recognises that by her life within the home, the woman gives to the state a support which the common good cannot be achieved. The state shall therefore endeavour to ensure that mothers are not obliged by economic necessity to engage in labour and neglect their duties within the home. They're trying to remove the mother and replace it with care.
But the simple fact is,
you've got a mother, I've got a mother.
Is that the Constitution?
This is the well.
What I'm saying is that it can be amended, and any amendment has to be done with the consent of the people.
There's the 1942 original, right?
Yeah.
That there was the first amendment under emergency time of war, which was never written in Clo Gaelic or Irish and put in as pursuant to the Constitution. It was done in 1932, 1939, 2nd of September, under emergency time of war. I have it here. I have it all read.
Yeah.
There's a book on the Irish Constitution. It's a 3rd edition. We've got the 1st edition, 2nd edition, and 4th edition. We have studied it. We've got a constitutional website which we've brought up.
Yeah.
This constitution has been railroaded. De Valera has been as hounded as an evil man of some sort. De Valera, it was Winston Churchill who gave him that name. Any Irish national that were running about calling him De Valera, the man was in politics.
I think that they were calling
the man was in politics. He was a commandant of the IRB in 1916.
I know all that.
1919, he was there. He was 1918. The Sinn Féin. He was he not one of the founding members of Sinn Féin?
But
yes, he was. Yes, he was. He was actually the founding member of Sinn Féin.
Was Arthur Griffiths was?
You know what I mean? De Valera was there too. De Valera was all their bosses.
Well, look, I'm not going to get into the De Valera.
But they're trying to change this constitution, and what's your stance on the WEF and looking to change with this COVID legislation that they can take control of sovereignty of islands? What is your stance on the sovereignty of this island?
Well, the sovereignty of the island has to be done to the people of the island. It
has to be done to the people. But you removed Articles 2 and 3 from a phony colour of law. Because that's all that is, a colour of law. That's not, that's a de jure, that's a de facto constitution.
2 and 3 was
that's a de jure.
It was not made by us.
But it wasn't done by, as pursuant to the Irish Constitution, the fundamental law of the land, a referendum of the whole island. Not North and South Dunmum, they are 2 statelets, but they're 2 statelets, they're 2 acts of the Crown. They are Northern Ireland Act of 1922 is an act of the Crown, and the Republic of Ireland Act 1949 is an act of the Crown. And that made us a constitutional monarchy.
But 1998 was the first.
But that is our de jure constitution, and it is the rule of law.
The whole island.
There's Article 63. Will you hear this?
I have to go to another area here.
Let me read you out this Article 63 first here. A copy of this constitution signed by the Taoiseach, the Chief Justice and the Chairman of Dáil Éireann, shall be enrolled for record on the office of the Registrar of the Supreme Court, and such same copy shall be conclusive evidence of the provisions of this constitution. In case of conflict between the Irish and English tax, the Irish tax shall prevail. That's the Irish tax, Clo Gaelic. All the rest is in standard Irish. It is not law. It is not Irish law as pursuant to this book. I can prove it beyond doubt.
Now that's something that they can say that the Supreme Court.
I can prove it beyond doubt.
The Supreme Court would have to. You think after the
Well, we're trying to get to the Supreme Court, but here, politicians in this country that are claiming to be Irish nationals and Irish Republicans, remember, an Irish national is for the good of a nation.
Yeah.
Well, flooding it with immigrants from all over, unvetted, in the south of this country, and the Mid-Ulster Council has been told to prepare for them coming in 2024. I know that for a fact. They've been told to prepare for immigrants, not immigrants, refugees to come here in 2024. We are the world's, Europe's and the UK's answer to zero net emissions. They're going to use us as a dumping ground, and they're going to extract. Look at all those prospect mining licenses there. Yeah. We are a mining camp, and that there was by Patrick Anderson, the chief executive of Dalradian and Gold in 2015 told Bloomberg in 2015, we're not talking about a mine here, one single mine, we're talking about a mine camp. That is all, I have it all there.
On it now, Mark, like in terms of constitution and stuff.
He's just going to have to come out and have a public meeting on this year, because this can't be burst under. This needs rebutted.
And
I'm rebutting it here now on the doorstep.
There's a process ongoing here. There's going to be an inquiry on that.
But that inquiry, you know yourself, like that there was through the work of good people like ourselves, and you tried to stop us doing that there. That there was to get them there all saying they're here. And you tried to stop us on St. Patrick's Day having a peaceful cross community thing with that there and giving those out. To bring people, to make people aware. And we walked.
In Belfast, and
we walked.
haven't made the decision of us.
We walked. Kieran, thank you for your time.
Not a problem.